Yeah, sensational girl.
Night, Stevie Wonder, Michael, Nat King Cole particularly. Just in that, I love the tones of their voices. And a lot of gymnastics are done by a lot of singers, but when you have a distinctive tone in the singer, you know who's singing when you hear the song. You know, that's what, so I think those are my influences. But the Luther comparison's always going to be there. And hey, when you're in that kind of company, then you always feel good.
Well, I noticed that you didn't say Michael Jackson, and I know you like to throw Michael Jackson in there as well,
I
don't you?
love Michael Jackson. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, Michael Jackson is definitely a hero of mine. But that's always been fun to do his voice, But it's not easy to do. We'll put it that way. So if you're talking about naturally being able to sound like someone else, Michael's not one of those people for me. But I sure love, imitating his vocal stylings, that type of thing, and then singing his songs for sure.
Were you part of the Michael Jackson tribute?
Yes, actually, I have been a part of that for 3 years running, and it's been an incredible experience. The songs that are being done, I'm sharing the stage with some phenomenal singers and performers, like Erica West, and Julius Collins, and Stokely Williams.
In case y'all don't know who Stokely Williams is, that's from Mint Condition.
Yep, absolutely. That's one of my buddies right here. So yeah, I mean, Linville Jackson is another who's an incredible performer with the Reggae All Stars, and there have been a lot of people who have graced the stage at the Caboose and at Bunkers to do these Michael Jackson tributes, and it's been a blast each and every time.
The best thing in my life, best thing in my life. You're looking kind of fresh, so beautiful.
This new album, Finding Rain, is in production right now. The first single off of it right now is entitled Sensational. And
It's my favorite.
yeah,
Not
yeah,
only
you like
because
that
I'm
one?
in the video.
right. We got you in the video. It's big.
Is that the single that we have? Hear that.
Tonight we got 3 indie artists that are going to be here tonight. So far we've interviewed Ray Covington, got High Pell coming, and it's just one of those things that we once again let's swing it back over to Tika.
Hey, this is your girl T. Simone once again, aka Ear Candy, and I am coming to you along with High Pell. And High Pell stands for Hope, Youth, Power, Everlasting Life. Hip hop artist, writer, and song producer. His first album, okay. And by the name of My Name is High Pell, This Is My Story. Due to come out in the fall, correct?
Indeed.
All right. And he also co-hosted this year's Hip Hop Awards with Chris Styles. Is that correct? How was that?
Yep, Chris Styles. Chris Styles. To be honest, it was a blessing. It was such a blessing, and for them to even pick me. It was kind of like a competition thing, and I just kind of told them that I was interested. Told them why, and they said it was unanimous. So I really appreciated that.
Right here in the background here. What's the name of that song in the background here?
Oh, this song right here is called Running. Running. It's funny because
You're not running right now. You sitting still, but man, you look like you got a little flustered over there, man.
The thing is, I'm a storyteller. First off,
Okay.
my music's storytelling, hip hop, and the perspective that I speak from in this album. My name is High Pell. This is my story. Is a 19-year-old kid, basically his journey of becoming a man. Without a father, without any guidance, without anything. Basically, breaking him down to his bare nothing, not at all, not a thing. To him going through whatever he goes through, which that will reveal, in order to become a man, in order to become a father, in order to become all these things that he never seen, so.
Wow, so you saying that you strip him down completely naked?
Right.
You want him to get all the way to his core when he came out, and you said from that point on you want him to address all the issues that he's never seen. How did you come about getting the vision of something that you've never seen?
Well, I mean, I guess like me, I would consider myself a good father. I've never had one. I never had my real father. You know, like a lot of young black men, a lot of young men, period. You know, but we still got to figure out how to father. You know, how to become a man, even though we don't grow up with any. You know, so.
There's no manual for that.
Right. You know, so I wanted to produce something. I wanted to come out with something that not only would speak on that, but also like play as a guide, or play as, you know, some people could relate to, you know. And when I put out these different songs, you know, and it's not only for fellas. Like I have another character, her name's Tisha, and it's kind of the same situation, but she goes through so many different things. But when I perform these different songs, people come up to me every single time without fail and tell me how that song reminds them of either themselves or somebody. You know, like I've had people come up to me crying, you know, like, man, that song reminds me of my love that I've gotten since since I began on the scene, really.
Right.
You know.
How long has that been? How long have you been on the scene?
Hardcore, probably like 3 years. You know, where I'm trying to just work on this album without coming out with any shows, anything, promising nothing. Just really staying at work. You know, trying to work diligently to keep my promises about when I'm gonna come out with this album. Because I've been telling people for the longest that it's coming.
Right.
And it's funny because this album's been written and done for like years. Like I'm like three albums in, like writing. I didn't finish the mixtape or two. You know.
Does that mean that you are like almost like a perfectionist when you get ready to do your
it's
stuff?
ridiculous. I had a friend of mine, Mike Dreams, tell me, you know, you're never gonna like anything that you put out. You know, you're never gonna like it. You just got to speak from the heart, you know, and just hope people, you know, enjoy. You know, I really appreciate the Lenny Chisholm show, period. Sitting here even talking and meeting with you guys, you know, and hearing the show so far, I'm really impressed. I really enjoy it.
I have a question for you.
Yes, hold on.
Simone.
No, what'd you call it? What'd you call it? Ear candy, yeah. I really appreciate that.
She's kind of bashful all night. She's all aggressive on Facebook. You call me ear candy. Yeah. Get on the radio.
Hey,
Whatever. We won't even go there. We're going to leave that one
her
on.
up on that one. You know, I say ear candy, eargasm. Yeah.
Right.
I'm from Missouri. You got to show me. I'm from
Hey, I don't have no
Hey,
problems. I am scared.
You know, I didn't disagree.
hard.
I didn't disagree when I heard it. I was in there like,
See,
oh.
Fancy Ray was already on here, so we already clowned up.
Right.
Let's come back.
Exactly. I want to know, what about the industry piqued you to become involved in the industry?
Entire purpose, I think, with this music is to just put out good music. That's it, you know. Put out. I mean, the thing is, like, if I can be a voice for people who need it, who don't have it, and I could be, you know, I could put out music that's melodic. Therapeutic. There we go. If I could put out music that's therapeutic for people who need it, you know, the industry just come with it. You know, it's kind of like doing things. The money's gonna come, you know, whatever you do.
You know what? I remember that George Clinton said that if you're getting into this business for the money, you might as well stop it right now, because that's the wrong reasons to be in the industry.
Right.
The money is just supposed to be icing on the cake.
Right. Money,
right?
Yeah, it's funny because you can't do nothing without it.
And you sure.
Studio time.
Right, you can't do none of this without
You
it.
can look good, but that's about it.
Exactly.
Speaking of looking good, you know who you remind me of?
Who do I remind you of?
Music Soul Child.
What?
What? You got vocals like Music Soul Child?
You know what? I do.
Say it again.
I do.
Prove it.
No, not the singing, but the talking.
Okay. See, I was about to get excited up in here.
Yeah. No. You know what? I got friends who laugh at me all the time because all my friends can sing.
Oh.
You know, so I'm like the way backup singer. You know.
Back up in the shower.
Yeah, I'm like parking lot.
Like, you got to pay to sing.
No, it's alright. It's alright. I'm not too terrible.
Well, we're gonna give you a choice. We can play. You can set your next song up that's gonna play, or we can let you go freestyle, and you can come back. We can play your song later. I mean, you gotta let us know, because you know, Lenny Chisholm Show, we like to see either acapella or freestyle. Cause we realize you get in the studio and you can put a whole lot of stuff behind your voice. And next thing you know, you hitting high notes that Minnie Rippleton and the rest of them and Luther Brown. But we want to see how you really pump it out live.
All right. Well,
Which one you want to do?
I'm gonna do it live.
All right. Well, you know, we
Right on,
can
right
do a
on.
countdown. We can make all the sounds go away. 1, 2, 3.
Right. You want to do it right now, or you want to do it later?
You on the spot? You want to do it right now?
Right now.
You wanna do it right now? We got the camera rolling.
What's right? Ain't no
Spider,
time like a present.
introduce it.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's put your hands and ears and maybe your donation pockets together for a High Pell.
Sometimes it feels like I'm not in control. It feels like I'm living a life somebody else chose. Why do people die? Do people's lives get taken away? Living to die, well, I could die any day. Watching my thoughts, I'm kind of lost. I got a voice saying follow. Got a voice saying follow your heart. Another voice saying follow the dark. I'm on a cliff and I ain't trying to fall. What I'm saying is my balance is off. What am I living for? Huh? Why he in prison for? Why she addicted? Why her baby wind up missing for? Please, Lord, forgive us for what we know, because we were missing for him. Looking for love, but not knowing we were missing yours. It's the result of what we fed up on a daily basis. Bread chasing most of the time become court cases. I educate you, want the answers, man, just read a book. The studies tell you that's the last place a brother look. Well, I'm gonna leave it with that.
Man, that was smooth. You right.
Yeah.
That the last place a brother look is a book. I
Is
want
it?
to keep a secret from a black man, and I will say it over and over
Okay.
again. Put it in a book. Most of them don't read it until they get to prison, and all of a sudden they become very educated.
Right.
You know
I have
they
to
say,
wonder that.
and it's funny. This to speak to a lot of people's promoting diligence. They say in 2 weeks a prisoner can learn more than a college student can in 4 years.
Right.
In 2 weeks of being in prison.
I do believe that. Because once you get off that hustle and grind, you know, I did a thing recently, and I vouch for exactly what you're saying. You go to school for an education, but somewhere you got to get your black on. Because if you get your black on, you can let your black out. And that's one of the things they did in the 60s. When them froze came out, they was letting their black out, but they had the knowledge behind them. And I hear that in your sounds, brother, and I really appreciate you stopping by, and hopefully
Yes,
we'll
thank
get you
you.
back one more time. You can set the
appreciate
song up that we're gonna play later on. We can play it now.
That's all I'm trying to do. You came in here solo, but this party is for two. And what's your name? What's your number? And what's the spell you got me under? I see you looking for a good time. And when it's over, press the rewind. You never know until you get it. And never know the feeling.
Right now, for the hostess of the evening, Tika, the show's shoulders is now all on you, honey.
Ooh-wee. I don't know if you want to do that. Y'all, we brought back Ray Covington and High Pell. Welcome back, guys. Thanks for staying.
Right on.
I know it's kind of late.
Oh, no, we're having a great time.
Ray, you looking a little cross-eyed a little bit.
Yes, I am. I'm feeling it. I feel like I've been through a full weekend.
Yeah,
Right,
it's
and it just started.
You just call me Music Soul Child. So
I know, right?
You know,
He got the lazy eyes. Yeah. I know my eyes can't be doing too good.
Is my man slurring his speech?
Right.
Coffee.
Well,
I know.
y'all,
I don't even
I
drink
have
coffee.
a surprise for y'all.
What's that?
This is my mastermind working overtime.
okay.
You know, T. Simone, a.k.a. Ear Candy, has a special, that you can only hear here at KFAI, the Lenny Chisholm Show. I'm going to ask these two gentlemen to perform something a cappella together. What?
Ooh,
What?
ooh.
Okay, we can make it
History.
happen. We can make it happen.
Your eyes are no longer crossed now.
Nope.
So
No, they're kind of wide open.
They look like deer in the headlight now. What'd you say? What you talking about, Cletus?
Right. Say what?
Hey.
Yo, She let me put lost up right before we met. Couldn't afford, was insecure cause you would always get the check. You didn't mean no disrespect. You said I got you, and when you could get me back, I make sure to get the fries and drink with that. You were sincere, you even sang for me. Loved it a lot. Yeah. Yeah, here, I'm coming back. This is cool. Yeah. Yeah. Like, love lost never. You don't gotta leave. See, you don't have to disregard all the memories, regardless of the reasons for you leaving me. Just remember that one spring evening, there you are, as pretty as the day was. Our eyes met, then that one day became love. Love, I dedicated that song to you. Just to let you know my feelings are strong for you. But girl, could you please just think about the memories? See, I'll tell you more before you walk about the door. Remember the first time I told you that I love you? The only competition that you have is my mother. I told you and I would change your time. I guess that wasn't enough to make you change your mind. I told you went out. Hey. Yeah, right. Coming to Lenny Chisholm Show.
Once I think about this plan,
Yeah.
everything you say I listen to. You're my woman, I am your man. Here at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's Saturday and I'm feeling some more. Everybody's waking to the sound of our voice. Everybody knows that they won't ever have no choice but to listen to the sound of words from you and me and she. Well, we gonna give him some love.
You gotta love it. Don't you love it? Don't it feel good? Chisholm Show. Lenny Chisholm Show. Lenny Chisholm Show. The Lenny Chisholm Show. Yes.
Verse 2.
Yes.
Whoa, hey, what's up with that?
Stick and stay. Coming up in the studio, your live guest, we've got Mr. Xavier with our guest host, Miss Tika, right here, KFAI.
Man, it's number one. I love R. Kelly. Some of the old school cats, Temptations, Marvin Gaye, Al Green. I just like that old school sound, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to bring the old school
Music back.
'cause
Music,
we're
right?
missing something.
Absolutely.
So we just, I want to bring the old school back and mix it with a little bit of new school, but I love the old school. I can't get away from that real music, and that's what I'm bringing back to Minnesota and bringing back around the world if I can make it happen. And so far, so good. I'm doing real good with the music. So.
Well, that's interesting. First of all, I'm glad you decided to show up tonight. We'll welcome you on the show. Now, you mentioned R. Kelly. Now, it's my understanding, if you're gonna have R. Kelly as a role model,
No fooling with that old school.
Nobody knows, but nobody really knows. But as far as his music, he's a genius.
Well, see, I hadn't even got to that part. I was, I left that one alone. Y'all folks y'all got to bring up that old stuff,
They just can't leave it alone.
Can't leave it alone. In the closet, he made his song in the closet. Now, the reason I ask is that R. Kelly is famous for singing in the subway. Mm-hmm. On the L, and he didn't have no instruments behind him. He said, so if he's one of your role models, we like to put you on the spot a little bit, we ain't got the train noise. We can scream, shout, yell a little bit back here in the background, But he said he made his voice because he was singing on the subway and he was singing for some change. Mm-hmm. But that's how he really broke out. Is that when you say role model, is that the kind of stuff that you have to do to make yourself stand out?
I mean,
We want to know you can fly.
I'm still doing me, but you know, I respect, you know, these artists. A lot of people forget where real music generated from. I mean, they forget, and you know, you gotta give these people some respect. A lot of these young artists, they don't really give the people that pay the way for them.
Okay.
Even though
You
they
know.
take their music, though.
Yeah, I mean,
sample
you
and
know,
In other
I
words,
mean-
there's some dues paying.
Right.
Yes,
There's
I
some
mean,
dues
you-
paying.
It's the same thing. You got to give back, you know, and respect, you know, where this music generated from, you know, because I mean, I'm not gonna say any names, but a lot of people, a lot of artists, they don't like the old school. They kind of put the old school stuff down. I'm not gonna say any names, but they put the old school stuff down. But if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be
Where we're at
where
now.
we're at now.
Well, I mean,
So like a lot more people need to go get some cheesecake.
well, you know, that's part of what we're doing here. And so far, the two interviews previous to you have taken the challenge to sing a cappella. Now, you done came and said, you know, R. Kelly is one of his role models. You know, I don't know if we can make enough noise out here now, but you know, I mean,
He trying to kill my throatness.
well, you know, you got
I
ear.
always be prepared. Let me just tell you what Jimmy Jam told me one time. I had the nerve enough to tell him, after meeting a bunch of different celebrities at the studio, that, hey, I can sing. And he said, oh, yeah? Let me hear you. And I was stuck on stupid. But what I know now, because he told me, you never have a second chance to make a first impression. So if I had to sing ABCs, then ABCs is what I should have sung. But I couldn't think of nothing. So anyway, we're going to put you on the spot. We're going to hear something from Xavier.
I'm gonna keep it short though.
That's all right. We can hear
I mean, you know, we don't mind if you keep it short, but you know, you got to
You got to
keep.
give us something.
You know,
I mean, you got an audience right now.
I mean, Ray Covington, you know, and then, you know, Hypel, you know, I don't know, man. I don't want you to go out here and they be like, you know, I know y'all eat pizza together and back there, you know. So, but you know, we don't want to put you on, if you think that you want to have another opportunity at some other date, and they've already sung, you know, and they're already on file, they're on record for getting down. You know, I mean, we don't want to put you on the spot to say you should get down.
But they represented.
I'll do a little something. Just, I mean, like, I was talking to Tika, and I'm kind of messed up.
Okay.
But I'll do a little something.
Now, Lenny,
So-
you know you wrong.
Well, I got-
It's like, here's the challenge, but you don't have to take the challenge, but here's the challenge, because they did it, but you don't have to do it, but they did it. You don't have to do it.
You snuck that in.
He did sneak it in, but I'm going ahead.
Well, I did give him an opportunity to say his voice was a little hoarse and all that, but I realized that they came in, and, you know, I ain't gonna say what the radio audience. We ain't gonna see the sounds that Tika just put up, you know. But you know, you set it up and you tell us what you would like to sing.
I
you
just
know.
do I Believe I Can Fly. Just a little bit.
Oh wow. Okay, Tika. All right.
All right, y'all. So coming at you live and direct, Xavier.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. I see me coming through that open door. I believe I can fly.
I believe you can fly too.
I think the brother just took flight.
Amen.
And that was the sounds of Xavier Thought I. And that's off of your Sex Night? All right. And I'd like to thank you for coming by tonight. I really appreciate it. You know.
Thanks for having me.
Is there any shout outs you'd like to?
Yes, I like to shout out my other half, Cuban Mommy. She's a good woman. I'd like to send a shout out to my son, Jordan Anderson, to my mom. She's really ill right now. Strong woman though, she's hanging in there. So I'd like to send out a shout to my mom. I love you.
We'll pray for her.
She's very strong. But I want everybody to stay tuned for this Sex Noises. It's really hot. I think everybody's gonna like it. It's gonna be coming out May 15th. It's coming out. So and you can hit up the Facebook. It's Xavier XAVIA Smooth, and you can hit me up on Twitter XAVIA651. And I got great music coming for y'all. So it is open.
Thought I had your hand.
I'm also a advisor for Loving the Skin I'm in. Shout out to Robin Hickman and for Gordon Parks. And I do this program twice a week, and and you get a high school credit for it. And it's about sisterhood and healing and sharing. And so I talk to, wherever I'm at, I talk to people about it.
So is this teenage girls for
These are teenage girls,
Okay.
yeah, juniors and seniors.
Okay, absolutely. Is specific schools or just in the area of
Well,
St.
that
Paul?
one is it's Gordon Parks, but they have different schools, but I do the one at Gordon Parks.
All right. So tell us about Loving Our Life TV show.
Well, Loving Our Life TV show is, let me go back to the first concept, because you had your show and I had my show, the T. Simone show, and then I had Loving Our Lives. And so the idea was that we were going to have studio audience, and we brought the studio audience and filmed both shows in one day. And so the reason why we did that, because it was more of a combined effort and we didn't have to do twice as much work. What happened is that it wasn't consistent. People would come out and they wouldn't, you couldn't, it was a lot of hard work. Mm-hmm. So what I did is I just had a one-on-one show where I just picked people from the community and then I interview them and we film it, and it's been real effective. So we have to start filming more shows.
So what kind of people have you had on your show?
I have had this young man, he's a gospel rapper named Fanad Burnett, and he's actually, I am a life coach for the Network for Better Futures, and he's actually one of my guys. And so he was on my show. Jacqueline Thomas was on my show, and she's an advocate for African American children and their parents, just showing them the ways of how to navigate through the education system. Brother Quasi, Nate Russell, he was on the show. And right now it's early in the morning, girl.
Right. Your brain's sleeping, right? You talking, but your brain is sleeping.
Yeah, it'll come to me.
Well, okay, so explain, because I'm sure that there are probably some listeners out there who don't know exactly what it means to have a life coach or to be a life coach. Explain that.
So a life coach actually is just somebody who can bring the best out of you. That's just like if you have let's take the analogy of having a basketball team. You can have the top players, but if you don't have that one person to bring the best and so they can complement, you just got 5 people out there, and they may win or they may not win.
Right.
And so life coaches work from an asset base. So we don't concentrate on what's wrong with you. We work with your strengths, and then you can be able to move forward in life.
Them.
Right, yeah.
Okay. And so what does it entail in training? So now you both take in people who want a life coach,
right,
and then you also train people who are interested in being a life coach.
Yeah, they say training, and I say training to be clear, but you train dogs, you train animals.
True.
Like you teach people.
You teach
so
them, right.
Yeah, I teach people. I teach people how to be a life coach, but I just fine tune it. It has to be within you, so because you can't take anybody further than you have been. So you can't be needy, you know what I'm saying? You have to be a leader and not a follower. So it's some qualities and qualifications to be a life coach, and then we just fine tune those things.
Right. Everybody can't be everything.
Right, exactly.
Right. But some people, and so what type of people would you suggest to obtain a life coach?
Okay, one of the things that I have to put a disclaimer on, people who want to run around and fix everybody's problems, they're not life coach material, because you cannot fix somebody else's problem. The expert is themselves, and if you think you're an expert in somebody else, something's terribly wrong. So the qualification of being a life coach is being able to learn and teach, being able to bring the best and inspire and motivate people, because the thing of it is that we create goals and I become a sounding board. So I'm there to just give you support and draw out the best conclusion for you. So I would ask thought-provoking questions that would get you to the answer that you're looking for.
Okay. So is there any one type of person who would need a life coach, or the type of people who request a life coach?
I think everybody should have a life coach. Everybody should have a life coach, because a life coach is a cheerleader. You know, how would you like if you had your own private cheering section everywhere you go?
I just want theme music. Whenever I walk into the room, I just want my own wackadoo, wackadoo, wackadoo music or something like that. I don't know.
Right, but if you had, it's one exercise that I do with people because I do workshops and stuff too. And this one exercise, and I actually learned it through the intermediate arts, and it's called loser ball. And so loser ball is like you're acting like you're throwing the ball to somebody, and they trying their best to catch it, but then they have to drop it, and then everybody just start clapping and woo, way to drop that ball and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay.
And so the message is that wouldn't it be nice if even if you messed up, people are cheering for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so,
I think I would like that.
Right.
I could use my own cheering section.
Exactly.
All right, so I just want to get back real quick to your poetry and your spoken word. Now, I do have a request.
Okay.
And you know what my request is, right?
Yes.
So everybody else had to go a cappella. We got time?
Be it, why not? You see, you can't tell me what I know. I know myself, that's why I write the stars spell out my name and lights. My beauty and honor is held so tight. When I walk down the street, I'm a beautiful sight for sore eyes, and my eyes is on the prize, and the prize is liberation for my nation. You see, you can't tell me what I know. We hold these truths to be self-evident. Well, if we do, show me the evidence. Take me to the truth. I've been looking for it ever since they took my people and claimed we were free and said America was the place to be. The land of opportunity and hypocrisy. You see, you can't tell me what I know. I don't claim to know everything, but I know what I know. And I'm not from Missouri, but I show what I show. That's self-mastery and self-respect and self-accountability. I keep myself in check. You see, my people are watching me to make sure I'm who I claim to be. So you can't tell me what I know. How they beat me down physically and mentally. They toyed with my emotions. They said that we were free. Don't have nothing to show, but been here for centuries. It's no mystery. You rewritten my history, so please tell me something that I don't know. And that's that piece.
Woo woo! Now y'all know why that's my piece, right? That's my